Reicht's mir. Dafür
I know
will
you're
ich,
shaking your heads right now saying,
dafür will ich
Coyote,
jetzt genug tun.
wait a minute. Are you coming out of Sting retirement?
Hallo Kartoffel. Kartoffel, danke für dein Resub im 28. Monat. Dankeschön. Oh, nach dem Urlaub erst mal schnell wieder subben. Vielen, vielen Dank.
And I'm about to be stung by the cicada killer. Oh my goodness, that stinger is long. Here we go.
Sagt er es auch immer.
National media erupted with a deafening buzz. The full-grown man experienced some pain. But first, you gotta learn a little something about this incredible insect.
Alter, das
As
ist
my
ein
mom
Vieh.
always used to say, you can't have your dessert until you finish your vegetables.
Well, if that's not a terrifying little insect, I don't know what is. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to the cicada killer.
Boah.
One of the largest wasps.
Ich muss sagen, die sieht viel, viel schlimmer und furchteinflößender aus. Die sieht schon einfach aus, als ob, komm her, ich töte dich.
Species in the United States. This is only second to the tarantula hawk. Now, this wasp is not...
Alter. Also so von der Form her auch, die sieht einfach schon aus wie so ein Special Alien, was sich jetzt abstechen wird.
technically a spider wasp, like the tarantula hawk. This is in fact a sand wasp. Now, similar to the tarantula hawk, they have a very unique biological cycle. This one that you're looking at right here is a female. It is the female
Natürlich ist es ein Female.
that get larger than the males, and the females that are armed with a venomous stinger.
Na
Now,
klar,
what the
es,
females will do is search around in the treetops for cicadas. They will hone in on their target, move in, and use that elongated abdomen to swoop up underneath their prey and then sting it. They paralyze the cicada, similar in the way that a tarantula hawk paralyzes a spider. Eventually, the male cicada killers fertilize the egg that she lays on top of the paralyzed cicada. The female will physically carry that cicada in its large mandibles and its grappling hook-like legs back to its underground burrow. These burrows can be up to 20 inches in length and they have multiple tunnels. At the end of each one of these tunnels, the female will place the paralyzed cicada. Once that egg hatches, it turns into a pupa and begins to feast upon that paralyzed insect until it grows large enough to build a cocoon, and then once it hatches out of that cocoon the next season, another cicada killer comes up from under the ground. If that's not a true horror story, I don't know what is. Now, this is a very large wasp, and the easiest way to identify it are those large amber-colored wings. When this creature is at rest, like it is right now, the wings have a very triangular shape to them, very different looking from a hornet or a spider wasp. You'll see there, when she folds her wings back, it looks a little more concave, similar to a giant hornet, which makes it really easy to misidentify this species as that foreign invader. And when you look at the front of the insect, it has enormous eyes. These wasps have incredible eyesight. They're primarily diurnal, and you'll see them very active on overcast, cloudy days. Again, they're using their senses to find the cicadas up in the tree, target in on their prey, and then they will make a move. Now, that thorax is rather sizable, very robust, but it's the abdomen that is the most unique. That black and yellow coloration tells
Die
you
will
that
einfach schon
this
stechen, die
creature
hat
is
richtig Bock.
venomous. Aposematic means leave me alone, I am not something you want to be stung by. Now, when it comes to the demeanor of this wasp, to be honest, they're rather docile, and very seldom will they ever interact with humans. In fact, the only time that you stand the chance of being stung by this insect is if you were to step on top of its burrow, and it were to come up from underneath you and try to escape. It would maybe sting your bare foot if you were blocking its escape way. Other than that, this is not a bug that is ever going to go out of its way to try to interact with humans.
Verano, danke für den Raid. Vielen, vielen Dank. Was gab's Schönes? Wir gucken uns hier gerade an, wie dieser Mann sadistisch und masochistisch ist und sich von diesem Vieh gleich stechen lässt. Sieht aus, als hätte die Flammentattoos am Stachel. Ja, damit es nochmal ordentlich Würze gibt. Minecraft. Also Triggerwarnung an deine Mit-Raider, falls ihr irgendwie Angst vor Säubers habt oder Ekel oder Phobien oder so, bitte aufpassen. Das ist gerade ganz schön schwierig.
Battling it out up in the air, but other than that, these are considered solitary sand wasps. No matter how you break
Boing,
it down,
boing.
guys, to be honest, this is one very intimidating insect, which makes it very clear as to why people are afraid of this wasp. Wow, seeing it buzz around inside that capsule
The
brings
fucking
a number of
Wespe.
flashbacks. The warrior wasp, the tarantula hawk, the executioner wasp, and certainly the Japanese giant hornet. But there is a very good reason as to why I'm going to be stung by this wasp today. No, I am not technically coming back out of sting retirement. This is going to be a one and only, because right now, this insect has a very negative reputation. By people misidentifying it for the giant hornet, they're panicking and they're aiming to kill this species. But it is not something that we
Der
need
ist schon
to
dumm.
be afraid of. So, by getting this up close for the cameras and by taking a sting, I can show you guys that that sting is not really that potent. Remember, it only ranks as a 2 on the insect sting pain index. Now that stinger is of course a modified ovipositor, which is used for depositing eggs. And while it is laced with venom, the venom of this species is not necessarily that potent. However,
Die will einfach die ganze Zeit schon stechen. Was ist da mit dem Vieh los? Weißt du nicht, diese Insekten so sehr, bin ich froh, in Deutschland zu leben. Ja, es ist schon ziemlich schwierig.
I do not know how my body is going to react to the sting. So we certainly have an epinephrine pen on set just in case my body has an allergic reaction. But if you guys are ready, I think it is time to transfer the cicada killer
Der lässt
from
sich
the
jetzt von der
capsule into the
stechen.
net. Let's get it in the forceps and get me stung. This is the most delicate part, so I've got to really stay focused and make sure to get a clean, secure hold. Just like that, we almost lost it. Man, that is a very, very, very powerful wasp. Oh, buddy. Okay, let me try this again. I mean,
Ich hätte mich gefreut, wenn die weg wäre.
capable of carrying a cicada that can weigh more than it does.
Die hat das einfach weggezogen.
I also have to be very delicate and very gentle. I don't want to damage the insect's wings in any way whatsoever. She's got all these little
Halt die gut
hairs
fest,
on
aber
her,
ne?
which
Die
makes
ist
it
schon
very
stark.
slippery. That's where I'm struggling. I need to get it right like that.
Alter.
I got a good hold. We gotta go with it now. Okay, you guys in position?
Boah, was? Sie kann das über ihren Kopf machen? What the fuck?
Okay, hands shaking. I'm Coyote Peterson,
Und du bist voll bescheuert.
and I'm about to be stung by the cicada killer. Oh my goodness, that stinger is long. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Ah! Oh, I got away! Ah! Ooh! I lost it. Ah, it's the first time I've ever lost one. I must be rusty. Oh! It got me more than once, too. Woo! Ah, were you able to see that? Were you able to see the sting?
Nee, die
tight
Wahl
right
kommt
there.
drin, ne?
Woo! Long stinger. Oh yeah, it's throbbing. Wow. Okay. Really not that bad. Really not that bad at all.
Die war ja auch kaum drin.
Hey, got me
Betrug.
there and there.
Nee, du holst jetzt noch rein und machst es richtig.
Ooh, okay, here we go. Second rush of pain, Nowhere near a velvet ant or tarantula hawk. Nothing close to bullet ant or some of those larger wasps. Wow, for such a long stinger, very intimidating. Really not that painful.
Ja, die war ja auch gar nicht richtig in dir drinne. Da ist ja klar.
It got good stings, oh yeah, skin is definitely tightening up. common paper wasp.
Ja, komm.
most,
Die hat nur
not
ganz
even
kurz
on
mal
par with the
gedippt und dann.
Not even on par with a honeybee. I can't believe it. My first miss on the capsule. Well, it's certainly back into the wild at this point. Without question, the strongest insect I have ever worked with in one of these sting scenarios. Now, here's my theory. For a spider wasp like the tarantula hawk to go up against something like a tarantula, that's an aggressive predator unto its own with big fangs. So your sting and your venom has to be insanely potent. I don't feel any sense of paralysis in my arm. When it comes to a wasp like the cicada killer, when you're going against a cicada with no stinging or biting parts, I can see why your sting doesn't need to be so potent. Now, a couple minutes have gone by, and if you come over here and you zoom in on my arm, Mario, you can see something funky's happening on my
Aber ist schon krass, dass trotzdem Reaktion da ist.
forearm.
So extrem.
Look at that welt. I thought I only got stung twice, but I'm seeing swelling here and radiating out now into my forearm. Now I do feel burning after the fact, but nothing more than a common wasp sting. There is an initial jolt, sort of like an electrical shock, and I was anticipating the paralysis of the tarantula hawk, but that pain went eek, and then it just kind of died off. Wow.
Boah, Alter, die
What that
Pusteln,
leads
ne?
me to conclude is that while this may be a very intimidating wasp that is going to be confused for the giant hornet, it is definitely not something we need to be afraid of. I would say that the sting is no more than a 2 on the insect sting pain index. And even 10-year-old coyote could have likely taken a sting from this creature and gone right on in the swamps catching turtles. Now, when it comes to seeing one of these wasps this summer, if you come across it in your backyard, remember, this is not a creature that is out to get you.
Alter,
They want
das ist schon
nothing to do
krass.
with humans. And unless you're a cicada, you have absolutely nothing to fear. I'm Coyote Peterson. Be brave. Stay wild. We'll see you on the next adventure. Whew. That was a good one.
Ah, ja. Ja, das war schon schön. Aber wirklich nur ganz, ganz kurz und schon so eine heftige Reaktion. Das ist krass.